Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost set to go here in the Junior Amateur Meter 30 today, presented by Equus Integral, one of the most incredible Canadian tack shops there are. They've imported some incredible brands, and including Cavallor, Fabry, Flexon, Trust, Equifit, Ogilvy, Kingsland, Cask, Red Mills. They cover a pretty wide range there. Francis Berger is the president and founder of Equus Integral, and we're very, very happy they're on board as our sponsor today in our big meter 30 class here today. It's got a little bit of a dusting of rain here. I think it's probably going to blow over, but make the grass pop a little bit for our big stretch. Major League Show Jumping returns here to Angel Stone Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights under the lights. Going to be absolutely incredible. VIP area is pretty much sold out for Saturday. There are a select few tables available for Thursday and Friday, as well as perhaps some single tickets as well. So please talk to Kian or check us out at angelstone.ca. And just a reminder, we also have available for free downloads on the App Store and the Android Play Store the Major League Show Jumping app, where you can get the entire schedule for the week's events, including all the links into YouTube for free streaming of every class that we broadcast throughout the week. It's going to be absolutely incredible week filled with great memories, and we can't wait to get things going and see everybody after everyone has crossed the border last night into Canada. And the horses have jogged, and we are set to go here in just a few minutes. Meter 30, presented by Equus Integral. And just like that, we are ready to go here at the Angel Stone Stadium in our Meter 30 Equus Integral opener here on Wednesday from Mexico. One of our international riders. Please welcome Karim Perez Nunez. She's riding Felicie de Coquerie. Oh, that's the way we like to get things started here at the BFL Stadium for Major League Show Jumping. Karim Perez Nunez is on to the jump off with Felicie de Coquerie. Up and through. That's its first double clear round. Getting it started very nicely. Look at the highlight reel over the Angel Stone vertical. Very, very powerful jumper there for sure. And that's going to be a very strong time. 34-34 on the clock there for our current class leaders there, Kareem Perez Nunez and Felicie de Coquerie. Great way to get things started for one of our great international riders there visiting us here in Canada. Welcome to Angel Stone. We got our next rider here on course. This is Samantha White. She's riding Atavla. And up and over, final jump. That is 1-2 combination there. First two riders on clear. Let's cheer Samantha White on as she looks to beat the leading time of 34-34. Through the timers there, 36.68 to clear round there on that side, and they will be just off the pace there, sliding into second place position behind our current leader at 34-34. So just 2 seconds off the pace there for Samantha White and Atelva. Next rider here on course in the BFL Stadium. This is Channing Noxon riding Missoni 8. Up and through the final fence there. 4 falls going to be the score for Shanning, Noxon, and Missoni 8. And we have an adjustment on the time allowed to 68 seconds. 68 seconds on the time allowed. Moving on to one of our many American riders visiting us here. Always great to see so many of our American friends joining us. This is Ashley Baker. She's riding Evita S. Up and over the final fence there. Unfortunately, based on the new time allowed, looks like there'll be some time faults applied there. 68 is our new time allowed. They'll end up with 3 jumping faults, keeping them out of the jump-off round. And next up here, this is Christine Carlson. She's riding MHS Sarina. A little bit of a fall there for our rider, Christine Carlson. She landed very good under the circumstances and managed to avoid the horse. She looks like she's okay. And just moving on to the in-gate there. Fortunately, that fall will keep her out of contention. Currently, if we look at the board, we still have Kareem Perez Nunez sitting on top with Felicie de Coquieri. 34-34. 2 clear so far through the first 5 riders. After that little bit of a spill from Christine Carlson, we're ready to move it along to our next rider here. This is Canadian Carly Farity. She's riding Lille. Up and over the final BFL Lockster, but if you look to the clock, we're going to apply some time faults there to Carly Farity and Leal. That's a total of 5. Count on 5 time faults there for that time. 72:95 on the clock. All right, folks, let's move the horse into the ring. We got our next competitor here in the BFL Stadium. Please welcome Carlson Lewis and WKM. Yes, please. Up and over the final fence there, and we are under the time allowed there for Carlson Lewis and WKM. Yes, please, on to round 2. Four faults in the jump off there for Carlson Lewis and WKM. Yes, please. Time of 36:04 on the clock, sliding them into 3rd place position. And next up here, we've got our next rider here. This is Taylor J. Wood riding Joyride, USA. Up and over the final fence, they are under the time allowed. Taylor J. Wood and Joyride heading to the jump off. One rail down, unfortunately, a time of 36:13 there on the clock for Taylor J. Wood and Joyride. That's going to slide them into the 4th place position. Moving along in our order now in the Equess Integral. This is Marcus Davis. He's riding El Porvenir Chrono. Ocean Rail coming down there for Marcus Davis and El Porvenir Chrono, 67:35. All right, we're ready for our next rider. It's going to be a Canadian. She is young and up and coming. She's been riding great all season. This is Brianna Zielonka. She's riding Dorino. Launching over the final fence, we'll look up to the board to see if she makes it. As she does make it under the time allowed, we're sending a Canadian through to the jump off. 66.58 for Brianna Zielonka and Dorino. Let's cheer on. She's looking for a time to beat. 34.34. Let's see if she got what it takes. Time to push the pedal to the metal for this Canadian combination. Been over the final fence, 36.42. Let's see where that slots in with the rest of the order. That was Brianna Zielonka and Dorino. That's enough to slide into the second place position just behind Karim Perez Nunez out of Mexico, who's currently still on top with a commanding lead, a full 2 seconds faster than the number 2 rider there, Brianna. But we're looking for more here. We're moving on in the order. Here's our next rider. This is Catherine Hofstadler and Gans Braun VEC out of the USA. A little bit of a fall on the ring as we exited the FAF double combination there. Looks like Catherine is okay, though. We're just going to have a quick check over there and reset the course for her. And ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a big Angel Stone round of applause as she exits the ring there. Our great American riders come up to visit here in Canada. Moving on to our next rider in the order from the USA. This is Lily Forager. She's riding Gentleman. Is 11-year-old Bay Dutch warmbred. Through the timers there, 2 rails coming down there for Lily Forager and Gentleman. And just above the time allowed, well, we'll add on an extra time fall, total of 9. 8 jumping, 1 time. Next rider here on chorus, this is Canadian Avery May Pritchard. Avery May is riding Rebel just for kicks. And we're through the line there for Avery May Pritchard. There's going to end up with 1 rail, 67.09 on the clock there, 4 faults. Next rider here on course, Stephanie Pride. She's riding HFO Debutante. Through the line there for Stephanie Pride and HFO Debutante. They ended up with 4 jumping faults there, 66.73 on the clock there. And next up here to test the course, we've only got 3 double clears through to the current position. This is our next rider here, Natasha Dion Elchar. She's riding Dalton d'Arjouge. Up and over the final big BFL Oxer there. 4 faults there along the way for Natasha Dion Elchar and Dalton d'Arjouge. Move along to one of our great young Canadian riders. This is Riley Butenhouse riding Genie 0Z. Up and over the final jump would be 12 jumping faults. Riel's coming down, plus 10 time faults there. 22 faults total for Riley Budenhouse and Jeannie 0Z. So as we look at the top of the rankings right now, we have a total of 3 double clear rounds so far. Starting currently in third place position, we have Samantha White and Atelvla. Currently sitting in second place position is Canadian Brianna Zielanka. She was on Dorino. She's currently holding at a time at 36:42. And at the top of the board right now, from Mexico, Kareem Perez Nunez and Felicie de Coquerie. She's currently holding at 34:34. Very fast time indeed. We'll see if it stands to the bottom half of the order. And now in to test the course here. This is Sadie Leone. She's riding Douglas. We got some time faults there. They're going to be coming up on the board there. 4 jumping faults, plus 7 time. A total of 11 there for Sadie Leone and Douglas. And now, next rider to join us, this is Katrin Drapeau. She's riding Freestyle du Shamrock. Launching up through the last one, we look to the board. We got a clear round for Canadian Katrin Drapeau. Freestyle du Shamrock coming back for round 2 of the jump off. 34-34 is the time to beat. They're going to have to be fast to beat. Kareem Perez Nunez currently holding on top of the board. Coming through the line there, that was Katrin Drapeau. Unfortunately, she was going so fast, she left one of those rails down. She was going for the top time there. We will check back with our judges and get a time there up on the board. 4 faults there for Katrin Drapeau. 35-48. 35-48 is the time, which would be the fastest of the 4s onto the jump off. She'll move up the board there on that side. Great performance there for Katrin Drapeau and Freestyle du Shamrock. And next up here, we've got another Canadian, Samantha Rice here at Ice Woman DKZ. Up and over the final jump there. All the rails stay up and just barely under the time allowed. Big sigh of relief there and a pet for Ice Woman DKZ. Samantha Rice going for the top here. Round 2. Jump off. Coming through the line there, all the rails stay up. 39-48 there on the clock. We'll see where she slots in on the winner's circle there. And that will be looking like it will be us off the mark there, ranking in 4th. 4th there with that time of 39-48. Next rider here to test the course, this is Allison Mcdonald. She's riding Malahide. Through the line there, that was Allison Mcdonald and Malahide. They end up with 3 rails coming down. Total of 12 faults plus 8 time faults there. Total of 20. And next up here, this is Christine Carlson coming back for her second ride of the afternoon. She's riding Cordina Z. Launching back over, we're going to go back and check the time there. That was Christine Carlson. And we're going to tack on 10, count them 10 on the time faults there. Great to see her come back very strong after that fall she took earlier on in the afternoon. Great ride from her there. Christine Carlson and Cordina Z keeping all the rails up, but just applying a little bit of time faults. Getting down now at the bottom of the order, we're still holding from the beginning all the way to the end right now. Kareem Perez Nunez is still on top. We'll see if the last few riders here can leap past her. This is Anna Bremerman. She's riding Frascati. Through the final jump there, just under the time allowed there of 68 to 67.11 there. 8 jumping faults, though. 2 rails coming down for Anna Bremerman and Frascati. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen 24 horses here in this great class here to get us going at Major League Show Jumping here on a Wednesday. This is sponsored by Equus Integral. We got our final rider here on course here. And they'll see if they can chase down Kareem Perez Nunez's top score there. This is Pat Moore, Jacqueline riding Dorado. All the rails stay up, but we look at the clock. There's going to be some time faults applied there. They are over the time allowed of 68. So there'll be 4 time faults applied there to the score of Jacqueline Patmore and Dorado, which means we've got Mexican Kareem Perez Nunez coming out on top of this class here. The Equus Integral Junior class is Felicie de Coquerie. Great performance by them. Hold tight for presentations and the rundown. Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to present our top 8 here in the Equest Integral opener here. In 8th place, it's going to be Ashley Baker and Evita S. 7th place honor is going to go to Taylor J. Wood and Joyride. 6th place going to go Carlson Lewis and WKM Yes Please. 5th place going to go to Katrin Drapeau and Freestyle du Shamrock. 4th place honors go to Samantha Rice and Ice Woman DKZ. At the very top of the order, top 3 here. In 3rd place, Samantha Wright. Samantha was riding a Tevla. Great double clear score, 36.68 on the clock. And just ahead of her by just 0.2 seconds was Brianna Zilonka and Dorino, your 2nd place winner. And your winner of the Equest Integral order class here, this is Kareem Perez Nunez from Mexico and Felici de Coquerie. Congratulations to all of our winners. Great performances there across the 24 riders. We're going to get set to our next class here. We'll be seeing the meter 40 event here. It looks like there'll be 54 starters total, so it'll be a long stretch on this class. Some great riders for sure to test some horses here this afternoon. And tonight we'll be looking forward to welcoming our Major League show jumping riders over at Manhattan's tonight at 7 o'clock for the draw ceremony. That should be a lot of fun as well. So hold tight. We were all done for this class. We'll move on to the next one in a few minutes' time.